Hello everybody, I'm Mad Jester Gamer, and welcome back to my channel. I'm taking a minor pause on Ulk solely for the fact of this. Here is the test of seeing if I can snag the Thylacoleo if I simply fly down the tree. Like, this is basically what I'm gonna see if I'm correct about. Obviously, I have no clue on how to actually tame these guys. Oh! Yeah, this did not work. Okie doke. Yeah, that doesn't work. You can see I'm a bit dumb, and my patience is a bit fried with that one. So, let's get into it. Episode 1, The False Turnabout. Gasp! Gasp! I don't think there's actual voice acting in this. Probably. Not sure. Damn it, why me? I can't get caught. Not like this. I love the suit. Gotta find someone to pin this on. Someone like him. I'll make it look like he did it. Well, that's not very nice of you. Love the suit, but not nice. This time period. I'm not going to be doing all of these because these pop up a lot. I don't even know if you can see my mouse or not. Boy, am I nervous. Right. Oh, hiya, Chief. Woo. I'm glad I made it on time. Well, I have to say, Phoenix, I'm impressed. Not everyone takes on mortal trial. Takes on a mortal trial right off the bat like this. Me no speak well. It says a lot about you and your client as well. Thanks. Actually, it's because I owe him a favor. A favor? You mean you knew the defendant before this case? Well, yeah, that would imply it, yeah. Actually, I kind of owe my current job to him. He's one reason... He's one of the reasons I became an attorney. Well, that's news to me. I want to help him out any way I can. I just really want to help him. I owe him that much. It's over! My life, everything, it's all over! Is that your client screaming over there? Probably. Yeah, it's him. Death! Despair! Oh! I'm gonna do it! I'm gonna die! Yeah, a man after my own heart. Sounds like he wants to die. Yeah, sorry. Nick! Hey there, Larry. Dude, I'm so guilty. Tell them I'm guilty. Give me the death sentence. I'm afraid to die. What? What's wrong, Larry? Oh, it's all over. I'm finished. Finished! I can't live in a world without her. I can't. Who took her away from me, Nick? Who did this? Oh, Nick, you gotta tell me! Who took my baby away? The person responsible for your girlfriend's death? The newspaper says it was, you. My name is Phoenix Wright. Hence the story. My first case is a fairly simple one. A young woman was killed in her apartment. The guy that they arrested was the unlucky sap dating her. Larry Butts. My best friend since grade school. Our school had a saying, when something smells, it's usually the butts. Fair enough. In the 23 years I've known him, it's usually been true. He has a knack for getting himself in trouble. One thing I can say though, it's usually not his fault. He just has terrible luck. But I know better than anyone that he's a good guy at heart. That and I owe him one, which is why I took the case to clear his name. And that's just what I'm gonna do. This time. Now. Court is now in session for the trial of Mr. Larry Butts. The prosecution is ready, Your Honor. Payne. I wonder if nicknames and names are important in this Japanese game. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Mr. Wright, this is your first trial, is it not? Yes, Your Honor. I'm a little nervous. Your conduct during this trial will decide the fate of your client. Murder is a serious charge. For your client's sake, I hope you can control your nose. Thanks. Thank you, Your Honor. Mr. Wright, given the circumstances, I think we should have a test to ascertain your readiness. Probably fail. Yes, Your Honor. Gulp, hand shaking, eyesight fading. The test will consist of a few simple questions. Answer them clearly and concisely. That's gonna be a little difficult there, Captain! Please state the name of the defendant in this case. That would be, Larry Butts. The defendant? Well, that's Larry Butts, Your Honor. Correct. Just keep your wits about you and you'll do fine. Next question. This is a murder trial. Tell me what the victim's name. Woo, I know this one. Glad I read the case report cover to cover so many times. It's... Wait! Uh-oh! No way, I forgot! I'm drawing a total blank here. Phoenix, are you absolutely sure you're up to this? Yeah, that's probably a safe question to ask at this time, Bird. You don't even know the victim's name? Oh, the victim! Of course, I know the victim's name. I just forgot temporarily. Convincing. I think I feel a migraine coming on. Yeah, that's fair. Look, the victim's name is listed in the court records, which you can do by Cindy's autopsy report. Is there no last name? Oh. Loss of blood due to blunt trauma, is it? Oh, there it is. Cindy Stone. A model, she lived in an apartment by herself. Okie doke. Backspace? Okay. Just press tab to check it at any time, okay? Yes, how do you know what that button is? Remember to check it often, do it for me please, I'm begging you. Mr. Wright, who is the victim in this case? Cindy Block. Nice. The victim's name is Cindy Stone. Correct. Now tell me, what was the cause of death? She died because she was... Oh. Hit with a blunt object. She was struck once by a blunt object. Correct. You answered all my questions. I see no reasons why we shouldn't proceed. You seem much more relaxed, Mr. Wright. Good for you. Thank you, Your Honor. Because I don't feel relaxed, that's for sure. Well then. First, a question for the prosecution. Mr. Payne. Yes, Your Honor? As Mr. Wright just told us, the victim was struck with a blunt object. Would you explain to the court just what that object was? The mortal weapon was the statue of the Thinker. It was found lying on the floor next to the victim. I see. The court accepts it into evidence. Statue. A statue in the shape of the Thinker, it's rather heavy. Right? Be sure to pay attention to any evidence added during the trial. That evidence is the only ammunition you have in court. Use tab to check the court record frequently. Yeah. Mr. Payne, the prosecution may call its false witness. The prosecution calls the defendant Mr. Butts to the stand. Chief, what do you do now? Pay attention, you don't want to miss any information that might help your client's case. You'll get your chance to respond to the prosecution later, so be ready. Let's just hope he doesn't say anything unfortunate. Yeah, story of my life. Uh-oh, Larry gets excited easily, this could be bad. Ahem. Mr. Butts, is it not true that the victim has recently dumped you? Hey, watch it, buddy! We were great together! We were Romeo and Juliet! Cleopatra and Mark Anthony! Didn't they all die? I wasn't dumped, she just wasn't taking my phone calls or seeing me, ever. What's it to you anyways? Mr. Butts, what you described is generally what we mean by dumped. In fact, she had completely abandoned you and was seeing other men. She had just returned from overseas with one of them the day before the murder. What do you mean, one of them? Lies, all of it, lies! I don't believe a word of it! Your Honor, the victim's passport. According to this, she was in Paris until the day before she died. The victim apparently arrived home from Paris on... What month is that? I'm gonna feel stupid, July? July 30th? I think so. The day before the murder. Indeed. She appears to have returned the day before the murder. Dude, no way. The victim was a model, but did not have a large income. It appears that she had several sugar daddies. Daddies? Sugar? Yes, older men who gave her money and gifts. She took their money and used it to support her lifestyle. Dude! We can clearly see what kind of woman this Miss Stone was. Crap, I forgot what that would be. I'm not real good with, lawyery stuff, but that sounded like, not a hearsay, but something like that. Tell me, Mr. Butts, what do you think of her now? Isn't that leading? Right? I don't think you want him to answer that question. Yeah, Larry has a way of running his mouth in all the wrong directions. Should I guess stop him from answering? My client had no idea the victim was seeing other men. That question is irrelevant to this case. Oof, Wince. Dude, Nick, what do you mean, irrelevant? That cheating she-dog. I'm gonna die, I'm just gonna drop dead. Yeah, and when I meet her in the afterlife, I'm going to get to the bottom of this. Yeah. Let's continue with this trial, shall we? I believe the accused motive is clear to everyone. Is it now? Yes, quite. Oh boy, this is so not looking good. Next question. You went to the victim's apartment on the day of the murder, did you not? Gulp. Well, did you or did you not? Well, maybe I did and maybe I didn't. Uh-oh, he went. What do I do? Have him answer honestly, duh. I know, I'll send him a signal. Tell the truth, yes. Or, yeah, I was there, I went. Otto, well, Mr. Butts. Dude, chill. She wasn't home, man, so I didn't see her. Your Honor, the defendant is lying. Lying? What's your proof? The prosecution would like to call a witness who can prove Mr. Butts is lying. Oh, really now? Well, that simplifies matters. Who is your witness? The man who found the victim's body. Just before making the gruesome discovery, he saw the defendant fleeing the scene of the crime. Order in the court. Mr. Payne, the prosecution may call its witness. Yes, Your Honor. This is bad. On the day of the murder, my witness was selling newspapers at the victim's building. Please bring Mr. Frank Sawit to the stand. Ha! You look familiar. Mr. Sawit, you sell newspaper subscriptions, is this correct? Oh, yes. Newspapers, yes. Mr. Sawit, you may proceed with your testimony. That name is horrendous. Please tell the court what you saw on the day of the murder. Witness testimony. Witness account. I was going door to door, selling subscriptions when I saw a man fleeing an apartment. I thought he must be in a hurry because he left the door half open behind him. Thinking it strange, I looked inside the apartment. Then I saw her lying there, a woman, not moving, dead. I quailed in fright and found myself unable to go inside. I thought to call the police immediately, however, the phone in... Didn't you just say that you didn't go into her apartment? However, the phone in her apartment wasn't working. I went to a nearby park and found a public phone. I remember the time exactly, it was 1 p.m. The man who ran was, without a doubt, the defendant sitting right over there. Larry, why didn't you tell the truth? I can't defend you against a testimony like that. That's the entire point of this game, bud. Incidentally, why wasn't the phone in the victim's apartment working? Your Honor, at the time of the murder, there was a blackout in the building. Aren't phones supposed to work during a blackout? Yes, Your Honor. However, some cordless phones do not function normally. Cap. The phone that Mr. Sawit used was one of those. Your Honor, I have a record of the blackout for your perusal. Blackout record. Electricity to Mrs. Stone's building was out from noon to 6 p.m. on the day of the crime. Okay. Now, Mr. Wright. Yes, yes, Your Honor. You may begin your cross-examination. I don't know what those buttons are. Cross-examination, Your Honor. Alright, right, this is it, the real deal. What exactly am I supposed to do? Why, you're exposed to lies in the testimony the witness just gave. Lies? What? He was lying? Yeah, I caught one already. Your client is innocent, right? Then that witness must have lied in his testimony. Or is your client really guilty? How do I prove he's not? You hold the key in it. It says... Oh! You hold the key. It's in the evidence. Compare the witness testimony to the evidence at hand. There's bound to be a contradiction in there. First, find contradictions between the court record and the witness testimony. Then, once you found the contradicting evidence, present it and rub it in the witness's face. Okay. Well, let's see. What's our death time, actually? Yeah, 4 p.m. to 5 p.m. He says it's 1 p.m. Okay. Open the court records with tabs and point out contradictions in the testimony. I was going door to door selling subscriptions when a man fleeing an apartment. Isn't a man leaving an apartment a common sight? I find it odd you would take notice of him. Or, I don't know, he just seems strange to me, that's all. Why? Like he was mad and yet frightened at the same time. Just like a criminal fleeing the scene of a crime. That seems like that's more personal opinion instead of, but let's see how it fits. The defense requests that the conjecture, there it is! The defense requests that the witness refrain from conjecture. Of course, what the witness means is the man he saw looked suspicious, so what happened next? I thought he must be in a hurry because he left the door half open behind him. Thinking, oh, crap. Thinking it strange, I looked inside the apartment. What gave you the idea to do that? Well, the door was half open, you see. Isn't it only human to want to peek? We climb mountains because they are there. It's the same thing. True words have never been spoken. Anyone would look inside. Why did Payne cut him off so quickly? So you looked into the apartment. What happened then? Then I saw her lying there. But I saw her lying there. A woman! Not moving. Dead. Are you sure she was dead? Well, no, I guess I wasn't, but she wasn't moving at all, and there was blood everywhere. I guess that would look fatal to anyone. Yeah. Very well, what happened next? I quailed in fright and found myself unable to go inside. So you didn't touch anything in the apartment? Yes, I mean no, nothing. Okay, what happened next? I thought to call the police immediately. Yeah, that's fair. I don't know how you thought to call the police? Does that mean you didn't actually call them? Please, listen to the rest of the testimony. You thought to call the police. What happened next? However, the phone in her apartment wasn't working. I'm just needless being a holding idiot. The phone in her apartment wasn't working. Yes, I mean no, it wasn't right. But you said you didn't go into the apartment, or did you? Oh, that I can explain that. There was a cordless phone on a shelf in the entranceway, which means you still went into the property, dude. I reached inside and tried using that to call, and that phone wasn't working, correct? What happened next? I went to a nearby I went to a nearby park and found a public phone. I remember the time exactly. It was 1 p.m. Hold it. Objection! You found the body at 1 p.m. You're sure? Yes, it was 1 p.m. for certain. Frankly, I find that hard to believe. Your statement directly contradicts the autopsy report. Ah, yeah, I love this music. The autopsy notes the time of death at sometime after 4 p.m. There was nobody or no body to find at 1 p.m. How do you explain this 3-hour gap? Oh yeah, got you sweating now, huh? Oh, that. Oh. Objection! This is trivial. The witness merely forgot the time. After his testimony, I find that hard to believe. Mr. Sawit, why were you so certain that you found the body at 1 p.m.? Gee, that's a really good question. Great job, right? Way to put him on the spot. That's all you have to do, point out contradictions. Lies always beget more lies. See through one and the whole story falls apart. Wait! I remember now. Oh, really now? Would you care to give your testimony again? The time of discovery. You see, when I found the body, I heard the time. There was a voice saying the time. It was probably coming from the television. During a blackout? Oh, but it was 3 hours off, wasn't it? I guess the victim must have been watching a video of a taped program. That's why I thought it was 1 PM. Terribly sorry about that misunderstanding. Yeah. I see. You heard a voice saying the time on a taped program. Mr. Wright, you may cross-examine the witness. Right. You know what to do. I got this one. The time of discovery. You see, when I found the body, I heard the time. Yeah? You said heard, not saw? Yes, heard. All I saw was the body lying there. I didn't think to look at anything else, least of all my watch. Isn't that a little strange? So you're saying you heard something? But if you were so shocked by the body, you wouldn't hear anything at all. The witness did say he actually heard the time. It's ludicrous to suggest he wouldn't hear anything. Yeah, that's fair. I have to agree with the prosecution. Witness, continue your testimony. There was a voice saying the time. It was probably coming from the television. Would this be the time to say, blackout? Hold it right there. The prosecution has said there was a blackout at the time of the discovery. And this record proves it. Yeah. You couldn't have heard a television or a video. Got something hiding there, buddy? Gah! Alright, well, ok. The defense has a point. Do you have the explanation for this, Mr. Sawit? No, I find it quite puzzling myself. Quite. Wait, I remember now. Mr. Sawit, the court would prefer to hear an accurate testimony from the very beginning. These constant corrections are harming your credibility. That and you seem rather distraught. Yeah. My apologies, Your Honor. It must have been the shock of finding the body. Very well, Mr. Sawit. Let's hear your testimony once more, please. Hearing the time. Actually, I didn't hear the time, I saw it. We just literally had this sentence already, dude. There was a table clock in the apartment, wasn't there? Yeah, the mortal weapon. The killer used it to hit the victim. Isn't that a statue, though? How would you know it's a clock? That must have been what I saw. You saw a clock? I guess that would explain it. The defense may cross-examine the witness. A statue. Quote-unquote, a statue. Okay? Gladly. Hearing the time. Actually, I didn't hear the time, I saw it. Didn't you just... yeah. That strikes me as a very suspicious mistake. Yes, I can see how you'd be a little doubtful. I'm really sorry, I only just remembered that table clock. A table clock? There was a table clock in the apartment, wasn't there? Was there? A table clock? Was there a clock at the scene? This is the first I've heard of it, yeah. Yeah, the mortal weapon. The killer used it to hit the victim. Yeah? Wait just a moment. The mortal weapon wasn't a clock, it was the statue. Now, how is this supposed to be a clock? Wow, you with your objections and your evidence! Just who do you think you are? Just answer the question, Mr. Sawit. Hey, I saw it too, okay? That's a clock! Your Honor, if I may. Yes, Mr. Payne? As the witness stated, this statue is indeed a clock. The neck is a switch. You just tilt it and it says the time out loud. And it doesn't look like a clock. I submitted it as a statue. My apologies. I see. So the mortal weapon was a table clock after all. Yeah, didn't he specifically say it needs pressure to engage and sound out? Yeah, okay. So the mortal weapon was a table clock after all. Well, Mr. Wright, it appears that the witness testimony was correct. This is a clock. Do you have any problems with his testimonies now? Yeah! Your Honor, there is a gaping hole in the witness testimony. The only way he could have known the weapon was clock is to hold it in his hands. Yet the witness testified that he never entered the apartment. Clearly a contradiction. Indeed! The witness knew it was a clock because he went into the apartment. Yeah. You're lying! You were inside the apartment on the day of the murder. Oh yeah? Prove it. Prove I went in there. I'll do better than that. I can prove you were the one who killed her. You struck her with the clock and the shock of the blow triggered the clock's voice. That was the sound you heard. Order in the court. Intriguing. Please continue, Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor. Mr. Sawit, the sound must have left quite an impression on you. Understandable, since the mortal weapon spoke just as you hit the victim. The voice was burned into your mind. That's why you were so certain about the time. What's the meaning of this? This is all baseless conjecture. Baseless? Just look at the witness's face. Would the witness care to elaborate? Did you strike the victim with the clock? That day, I never. Look, the clock, I heard, no, I mean, I saw, yeah, Grog. Yeah, I noticed the two pairs. Shut up, I hate you. It was him, I tell you, I saw him. He killed her and he should burn, give him death. Order in the court, I say. Your Honor, a moment, please. There isn't a shred of evidence supporting the defense claim. Mr. Wright. Your Honor, you claim the sound the witness heard came from the clock. Do you have any evidence? The whole case is riding on this. I better think this through carefully. Your Honor, the sound Mr. Sawit heard was definitely this clock. A fact which is clear if you simply try sounding the clock. Let's sound the clock now here in this court. Your Honor, may I have the clock? I ask the court to listen very carefully. Beep. I think it's 8:25. That certainly is a strange way to announce the time. Well, he is the thinker after all. So we've heard the clock. What are your conclusions, Mr. Wright? Mr. Payne, can you tell me what time it is now? It's 11:25. As you can see, this clock is exactly 3 hours slow. Precisely the discrepancy between what Mr. Sawit heard and the actual time of death. So, Mr. Sawit, try to talk your way out of this one. Ha! Ha ha! You forgot one thing. Uh-oh, what's he talking about now? While it may seem like the clock is running 3 hours slow, it proves nothing. How do you know it was running 3 hours slow on the day of the murder? If you can't prove that, you don't have a case. He's right. How am I going to prove that? Damn it, I was so close. Mr. Wright, seems you lack the critical evidence to support your claim. Yes, Your Honor. This means I cannot let you indict the witness. Unfortunately, this ends the cross-examination of Mr. Frank Sahwit. I come all the way down here to testify, and look what happens! You treat me like a criminal! A criminal! Your lawyers are all slime. You hit me in the face with a toupee. What the fuck? Go, I almost had him. Sorry, Larry, I failed you. There's nothing I can do about it now, except there is. Not so fast, Mr. Sahwit. Chief! Listen up, right? Don't throw this one away. Not like this. Think. But Chief, it's awful. I can't prove the clock was slow the day of the model. It's a clock. Where was she last? Nobody can prove that. Well, yes, but that doesn't mean you can't still win. Try thinking out of the box. Don't waste time doubting the fact. Assume the clock was 3 hours slow and think through it. Ask yourself, why was the clock 3 hours slow? Because it was Paris time. Doy. Figure out the reason and you'll have your proof. Right? Right? Right. Can you think of a reason as why the clock would be 3 hours slow? Yes! It's a clock! Wait! Maybe I can prove it. You must have evidence somewhere that can prove it. Right? Find it and let them have it. Well, Mr. Wright, you say the clock was already running slow on the day of the model. Have you found evidence to support this claim? Of course. There is a piece of evidence in the court record that can prove my claim beyond a doubt. Ha! Tough words. Let's see you pull this one off. Let's see this evidence that proved why the clock was running slow. The victim had just returned home from abroad the day before the model. As we all know, the time difference between here and Paris is 9 hours. I wouldn't know that normally. When it's 4 p.m. here, it's 1 a.m. the next day. The clock wasn't 3 hours slow, it was 9 hours fast. The victim hadn't reset her clock since returning home. That's why the time you heard when you struck her dead in her apartment was wrong. Proof enough for you, Mr. Sahwit? Or should I say, Mr. Did It! Nyug! Damn! I love the Conald OST. There's only one thing that I actually like a bit more than the Conald, but that's not the point now. Auto, I say! Well, this case has certainly turned out differently than we all expected. Mr. Payne, your witness, he was arrested and has been taken away, Your Honor. Very well. Mr. Wright? Yes, Your Honor. I have to say I'm impressed. I don't think I've ever seen someone complete a defense so quickly. And find the true culprit at the same time. Thank you, Your Honor. At this point, this is only a formality, but this court find the defendant, Mr. Larry Butts, not guilty. And with that, this court is adjourned. It turned out that Mr. Frank Sahwit was a common burglar. He posed as a newspaper salesman to check and see when people were out of the house. That day, when Larry went to her apartment, the victim wasn't home. After he left, Mr. Sahwit let himself in to do his dirty work. While he was searching her place, the victim returned. Flustered, Mr. Sahwit grabbed the nearest blunt object he could find. I still can't believe we won. Right, good job in there. Congratulations. Thanks, Chief? I owe it all to you. Not at all, not at all. You fought your own battles in there. It's been a while since I've seen a trial end on such a satisfying note. I've never seen the Chief look this happy. If she's this glad, imagine how Larry must feel. My life is over! Larry! You're supposed to be happy. What now? What's wrong now? Ah! Aw, Nick. Don't worry about me. I'll be dead and gone soon. Good. Wait. No! I mean, bad. Larry, you're innocent. The case is closed. But my Cindy's Wendy's gone, man. Gone forever. Larry, she was a... Nah, never mind. Congratulations, Harry. Harry? Yes, you. I can practically see the headlines now. Harry, but innocent. Hey, thanks. I really owe you one. I won't forget this, ever. Let's celebrate. Dinner, movie, my treat. Oh no, I couldn't. Hey, I was the one who got you off the hook. Oh hey. Here, take this. It's a present. A present? For me? Wait, wasn't this the evidence that... Actually, I made this clock for her. I made one for her and one for me. Really? You made this? Well, thank you. I'll keep it as a memento. Yo, Nick. Can you believe it? I was so into that chick. And she was just playing me for a fool. Don't that make you just want to cry? Larry. Are you so sure? Excuse me? I think she thought quite a lot of you in her own way. Nah, you don't gotta sympathize with me, Soke. Oh, I'm not just sympathizing, really. Isn't that right? Don't you have something to show your friend? Something that proves how she felt about him? Huh? Oh, yeah, right, totally. Yeah? What the heck is she talking about? Check this out, Larry. Proof positives you want just some chump chill. Huh? What about that clock? This is the clock you made for her, Larry. And she took it with her when she traveled. Whatever, she probably just needed a clock, that's all. You think so? It's a pretty heavy clock to take traveling. Well, make of it what you will. Hey, Nick. I'm glad I asked you to be my loyal. Really, I am. Thanks. Hope that made him feel a little better. Right? I hope you see the importance of evidence now. Also, hopefully you realize things change depending on how you look at them. People, too. We never really know if our clients are guilty or innocent. All we can do is believe in them. And in order to believe in them, you have to believe in yourself. Right? Listen, learn, grow strong. Never let go of what you believe in, never. Well, I think our walk here is done. Shall we be off? Yeah, I guess so. Say, how about dinner on me? We'll drink a toast to innocent butts. Yeah! Oh, speaking of Harry, you were saying part of why you became a lawyer was because of him? Oh, yeah, part of, at least. You have to tell me more about it sometime. Maybe over drinks? And so, my first trial came to a close. Larry slapped me on the back and said, "Gee, Nick, it's good to have friends. But I'm pretty sure he's not gonna pay us unless you count the clock he gave Maya." I didn't know it then, but that clock was soon going to be at the center of another incident, and my promise to tell the chief about me and Larry would be one promise that I wouldn't be able to keep. The end. Not bad. A brand new episode has been added. So I think I'll call that for the first episode of this series. So if you like this video, like, comment, subscribe, whatever, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Ta-ta.